Friendly Hellstorm missile inbound.
Alright people, the last video I showed you all my PS3 games, and generally I do buy PS3 over Xbox, and I have no idea why it is. Xbox has so much better games, and it kind of, you know, the prices are cheaper on Xbox, so I guess I should have been buying Xbox games all along, save myself some money. And this is my favourite Xbox game of all time. It's Left 4 Dead 2, and you know what? It makes me feel like playing this again, you know, and I'll probably be doing a few videos on live commentaries on Dead Space 2. You know, that's always good to watch. And yeah, so I've actually got Dead Space 1 as well. Great, man. 4-player co-op. The only bad thing about Dead Space is you can't aim down the sights, and that's something. If they make a Left 4 Dead 3, they need to resolve that, really. And let's put that aside. So Mass Effect 2, this is like the ultimate soap opera kind of story in interstellar space. And this is just a great design game. And you know what, I haven't even played Part 3 yet. Part 3 was released last year, I believe. And I mean, if it's any as half as good as this, I'm going to play. This is like an RPG game. Shooting / RPG game in space. And it's got a great story, man. And video games, if you want proof that video games are now becoming more complex and more rich in story and quality and acting and everything, this game is it. You got to check this out, right? Now this actually, I'm going to sit through and finish this game because I haven't finished any of my games yet. So I might do a few videos on how to finish that game. Left 4 Dead 1, fantastic. Yeah, it's just as good as Part 2. I've got no qualms about this one, and it's always good. You can always pick this up and play. There's always people online playing this. So if you are watching this and you like Left 4 Dead, you can add me and we'll play together, because I don't have that many people on my friend list right now who play Left 4 Dead. There you go. That's a great game. Black Ops, you know, I got that, make videos on that all the time. And yeah, Silent Hill, I've always been a fan of Silent Hill from the PS2 and PS1 days, and I got this one a little bit disappointed. It's not as scary as the previous games. I don't know what Konami were thinking. I can take a guess. They probably wanted to appeal to the young kids, you know, and come on, that's bullshit. If you look at the cover, it says 18 certificate right there. 18 certificate, and you want to appeal to kids, so you make it less scary? Come on, get the fuck out of here. I mean, that's a great game, and I think they've ruined the franchise by making it less scary. Okay, so the last 3 games I'm going to show you is the 3 video games which I bought this week from Computer Exchange. Computer Exchange is a small chain of second-hand trading shops. And it's like a pawn shop for video games. So they pawn in old games and they sell you new games. For the American viewers who don't know what Computer Exchange is. And so this is one game I bought, and it's called Lollipop Chainsaw. I love anything to do with zombies, people. And this, you play a cute blonde girl hacking and slashing away at the zombies with your chainsaw. I mean, fuck, you know, and it's... I believe it's created by Suda51, and that guy's nuts. You know, he's like the Takeshi Miike of the video gaming world. And this one, I'm definitely going to be making a video series on this. It won't necessarily be a walkthrough, but it'll be kind of like a fun fun series of clips on how to do certain levels and stuff like that. So I mean, I can't wait to get down and play this game because I've read some good things about this. And Hitman, woo! I've loved Hitman since the days of the PS2. I bought this second hand, and I bought this for £10, which is roughly about $15. How cheap is that? And you know what? That's another thing, people. When the Xbox, the new Xbox comes out, you won't be able to buy second-hand games anymore. I think that's a great tragedy. That's probably something that will either make Xbox or break them. And so that's like a big gamble for them to do, and I'm not sure how exactly it'll work out for them. We are living in a time where it's very hard economically. People are out of work and all that, and so they just want people to buy brand new overpriced games. And I'm not too sure how that's going to work out with the general public. I hope to God that the PS4 and the Nintendo don't follow suit. But you know what? If anything in this world is evolving around money, you know it's going to happen. You know Nintendo and Sony are going to follow Microsoft and make video games a one-time activation type thing. Which will probably allow the pirates to make money. You decide. So I found this in Computer Exchange, and I bought this. This was about £10 as well, $15 The Silent Hill HD collection. So these are the Silent Hill games that were released during the PlayStation 2 era. Yes. When I picked this up, I thought, yes, man, I could relive Silent Hill 2 and Silent Hill 3 again. Fan-fucking-tastic. And these games are really scary. Turn the lights off and embrace yourself for a bit of a shit scare, And so all three of those games cost me £30, £30, which is basically I think about $50. 3 quality games. Hitman, oh man, I can't wait to play that. So so if you got PS3 like I have, the one benefits of PS3 is Blu-rays. So I'll just quickly show you my Blu-ray collection just for fun. So here we are. And Drive, I actually bought this recently just before the Christmas time, and I think this is one of the best movies I've seen in years. And anyone who knows me knows that I'm a big movie buff, and basically I haven't been impressed with movies over the last 10 years. I think over the last 10 years maybe a handful of movies have impressed me, and this is one of them, man. This is like a modern day version of Taxi Driver. It's just like this film is like a tribute to the 80s as well. It's great, man. Ryan Gosling, man, he's earned my respect, and that ain't easy to come by. Great soundtrack, great movie. Now these were given to me for Christmas, and I got the Scarface. I haven't even opened these yet, but I've seen Scarface so many times. But having it on Blu-ray, whoo, gonna have a good time watching that. Inception, I've never seen this before. As I've said, modern movies generally don't impress me much, so I haven't really given it. But I'll give this a go because Christopher Nolan and the Batman series, which brings me straight to Batman: Dark Knight. Look at this. I bought this because I've always been a fan of the Batman's franchise, and I think Christopher Nolan has done it a great job, man. The new one, it was a great film. People criticised the third one, but I still liked it. This is Casino Royale. This is the only good James Bond film that Craig Daniel has done. I didn't like Quantum of Solace, but I hear Skyfall was good. So I haven't even watched that yet. So because I've been busy with other stuff, people. Artificial Intelligence, you got to check this out. It's great, and this man, I never realised my Blu-ray collection is so good. Moulin Rouge. Now, when you buy DVDs, when you buy Blu-rays, you buy them for the picture quality, right? You don't buy a Blu-ray and to watch like something like Paranormal Activity or the Blair Witch Project. Why? because the picture quality is not going to be good. So it kind of, the whole purpose defeats itself. And I've always been a fan of musicals. I'm not a faggot. I'm not gay, but yeah. So Moulin Rouge is a great film. I've always liked Baz Luhrmann, Romeo and Juliet, and Strictly Ballroom. They're great films. I've loved musicals, and this is a great musical film. Ewan McGregor as well. I'm a big fan of him. The Batman series got Dark Knight and Batman Begins in one collection. That's great. That is great. And okay, so here we go. Pulp Fiction. I haven't even opened this, but if you haven't seen Pulp Fiction yet, go flush yourself down the toilet. Just kidding. Okay, so the Alien anthology, and all the great Alien movies, and that's actually a point I want to make. Actually, the new Alien game, the Space Colonial Marines, that was a pile of shit. That was a pile of shit. Look, Aliens on Blu-ray, 1080p. You get to enjoy, man. Invest in this shit, man. You got to buy this right now. All right, and here we go. Goodfellas, no Blu-ray collections. God, man, this is the shit. This is what it's all about. This. Do 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 do. And Taxi Driver. Oh my god. This is the greatest film of all time, people. And it's on Blu-ray, and it's been restored. This is a 4K restore, man. So it's like watching it brand new. It's like the very first time you watch it in the cinema. This is it. This is why life makes sense, man. Taxi Driver. Okay. Once Upon a Time in America. I'm a big fan of Sergio Leone, and this, you got to get this as well. Gladiator. This is the last great film that Ridley Scott directed. I don't know, but the guy's been going downhill ever since. Have you seen Prometheus? Have you seen that shit? That was terrible, people. Now, I can't believe they had the audacity to call it part of the of the Alien universe. You know, the xenomorph alien. You know, it's just come on, people. Gladiator was the best, the last great film that Ridley Scott made. Period. End of. And The Pianist, yeah, I'm a bit of a sucker for World War II movies, and you know, The Pianist, great, Adrian Brody there. And this is Roman Polanski's last great film. I saw Oliver. It wasn't really. I just thought it was just a normal, you know, remake of Oliver. Yeah, nothing special. No Blu-ray collection or DVD collection is complete without Leon Mangin Reno as an assassin with no heart, no life. But he finds the love of Natalie Portman, and he falls, you know, he starts to really love her. Not in a sick way, but in a kind of father figure type way. This is like, and Gary Oldman gives an unforgettable performance as the villain, a corrupt DEA officer who secretly supplies drugs back onto the streets using his mafia connections. You gotta get this. There's this one great line in this film where Gary Oldman, the corrupt DEA officer, says to his police buddy, he says, "Bring down everyone." And the policeman says, "Everyone?" And he goes, "Everyone! Bring them everyone! Bring the whole fucking police force down." And okay, here we go. Cinema Paradiso, man, on Blu-ray. Come on. If you guys haven't seen this film yet, you haven't lived. You guys haven't lived yet. And 2001 Space Odyssey. Holy shit. I've been playing video games for so long now. I've never took the time to actually remind myself. I have a great Blu-ray collection, man. I have a really great Blu-ray collection. Starship Troopers, Paul Verhoeven. I'm a big fan of his work as well. Everything down from RoboCop, Basic Instinct, and this was his last great film. I actually liked that film. What was it called? The film with the strippers, and that was a good one as well. Paul Verhoeven, man, you're the fucking man. Oh yeah, and he did Total Recall as well. So Paul Verhoeven, man, there's nothing like him. Right, Lost in Translation, one of my... so before I was talking about films in the last 10 years that haven't impressed me, this film did. I've always been a big fan of Bill Murray, and I never knew he could act, like, as a serious actor. And this was the first time I saw him act, you know, and not like in a jackass type way, like his usual films where he just clowns around like a jackass. But because you know, this one he does some serious acting and it's great. This is Sofia Coppola, the daughter of the great Francis Ford Coppola, the director of Godfather, Apocalypse Now, and all that. And she does an amazing job. So I guess it's in the genes, huh? And this is Dracula, Bram Stoker's Dracula. This is from the father himself. This is Francis Ford Coppola. So, and this is not exactly his greatest moment. This is not his greatest film, but I loved it anyway. Gary Oldman again as a villain, fantastic stuff. Keanu Reeves and Winona Ryder, I couldn't give a shit about. I mean, these actors are overrated anyway. They're young and they don't have a clue. Gary Oldman and Anthony Hopkins, they carry this movie, right? Now, if you haven't seen it, go watch it. Right, so what else? Oh, I just got some random movies here, people. Oh, look, I just realised that this game, just showing the games, has turned into a movie. A sort of movie review, which I wanted to avoid. Oh, okay, forget that. That's enough. I'll catch you guys later, and catch me in future episodes. And yeah,